What's up everyone? Ready for next film review? Here we are, let's go. And remember, our film reviews, our videos are sponsored and produced by Cyber Perspective. Today we have got Kong x Godzilla, The New Empire. Latest entry in Monsters universe. It is a good film, it is a decent film, but it is a very mediocre film. Let's start with the Adam Wingard's directing work in this film. So Adam Wingard has never been a definitive, distinctive director. He is a very mediocre filmmaker, best known with the film's Guest, which was also starring Dan Stevens from this film, and Death Note American adaptation until he made previous MONSTERverse film, Godzilla vs. King Kong. So technically and visually, this film is a little bit downplayed from previous entry because it is cheaper budget-wise. Visually, it's not as astonishing as before. Previous film had distinctive colors, color of King Kong, color of Godzilla, blue to orange mix, but here it's not there. Even from the trailer, if you haven't watched the film, you can see that Godzilla is becoming purplish, King Kong is becoming multicolored. So distinctive visual style is not there. Editing is not really good, it's not really bad. There are no long sequences, there is no epic battle soul similar to the ones we had in some of Marvel films, in Guardians of Galaxy Vol. 3. There is no long take, it's quite okay, nothing particular, but overall downplay from the previous film in terms of technicalities and directing work. Script-wise, this film is awful. Human characters in this film are thinner than the toilet paper. They are bad. There is no logic what the hell is going on in the film. There is a prophecy story. Now we're gonna have spoiler for 10 seconds. There is Mothra coming back without any explanation. Okay, out of spoiler. So nothing makes sense. And this is just 5th film of the Monster universe, and it's already a lot of gaps, a lot of retro connections between the films, and it really makes experience quite bad. You cannot be a devoted fan of MONSTERverse, and you don't need to be a fan of the MONSTERverse because nothing is really connected here. Human characters were bad in previous film, but this time they are dead serious awful. This is biggest problem of the film. Script, the things happening, logic is really little in all of this. There are some good references to the Ice Age, to aliens in previous film, which you can connect with overall progress of the civilization, but overall script is awful. And one of the guys who wrote this film actually wrote the Pirates of the Caribbean films. Meh, script is very bad. Let's go to monster part of the stories. Monster designs are good. Biggest issue of the film, the fact that American people try to make King Kong a main star of the film. It's like King Kong featuring Godzilla. He's just coming there during the reprises and he's disappearing again. It's obviously because of the fact that King Kong is American product, Godzilla is Japanese product, it's anti-America symbol of the Japan. As you know, original Godzilla is related to nuclear explosions of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and Americans really downplaying the role of the Godzilla. Particularly after watching the Godzilla -1, this Godzilla looks like an idiot. There is even a moment when he's jumping into the sea and starting to swim, which kills all the seriousness of the Godzilla. What I loved about the film is the fact that nevertheless there is a lot of retro connections. Some stuff from the official merchandise, prequel comic books, novels are there, like Monster Tiamat, like Scylla. I kinda like the fact that they thought of Tiamat 5 years ago and now they are bringing her to the film. It's a good act. Regarding the villain of the film, Scar King, this is a very interesting character. He's absolutely original. He is from the Hollow Earth. He is one of the ancestors. Primates monkey is close to Kong. There is still no explanation how Kong get out of the hollow earth, but this is a nice villain and he is trying to get to the surface and to control the world. There is also Shimu, controlled by Scar King. Godzilla like ice dinosaur, also good villain. There is a good motive for the villain, and overall last 40 minutes of the film is quite good. What I absolutely hated is the fact of Godzilla getting purple after killing the Tiamat. That was not really good decision, and cheaper budget show itself on character design. In this film, Godzilla looks like a camera actor, Godzilla looks cheap, and Godzilla looks extremely stupid. Worst film of the MONSTERverse is for sure this one. If you have watched all 5 of them, I'm not talking about the series Monarch's Legacy, but 5 main films, this one is the worst one among them. Style-wise, editing-wise, story-wise, everything. This is for me is the worst film. If you go to the 4th spot, for me it will be first Godzilla. Why? It is horror-filled film, it is quite stylish, it made with taste, but as you know, there is almost no Godzilla in that one. That's why we are giving the spot number 4 to that film. Number 3 would be the previous entry, Godzilla vs. King Kong, released in 2021. This is a nice film, this is a good film, there is Mechagodzilla factor. As I said, style, color-wise, that film is much better Adam Wingard film than this one. But still there is human characters and there is no logic in Adam Wingard's MONSTERverse films. Second spot goes to Godzilla King of Monsters. Why? Because this is most Japanese soul-filled Godzilla film in MONSTERverse. Unlike the first one, there is a kaiju mayhem here, there is Rodan here, King Ghidorah, good Americanized version of Mothra, and it is a good film. And the best thing about that film is the music conduct. Music done by Bear McCreary. He is originally a TV series scorer, but he did an amazing job in that film. He adapted all of iconic Godzilla songs of Akira Ifikube's into American orchestral version. Particularly the first encounter between Ghidorah and Godzilla is amazing. Very good film, very solid one. Unfortunately, this is least grossing film in Godzilla series, in MONSTERverse series. But for me, this is the real kaiju film. This is a good adaptation, and I love that one. First film of the MONSTERverse, the best film of the MONSTERverse is Kong Skull Island. It is, directing wise, is amazing. As you can see in these photos, first one is great work done by Vittorio Storaro from Apocalypse Now, and second one is allusion to that one from Kong Skull Island. Look at the color, look at the King Kong in front of the sun, helicopters, music, everything is referencing to Apocalypse Now. Overall film is very good, very enjoyable. For me, it is no worse than the Peter Jackson's adaptation of King Kong, and stylish. Oh my god, performances, everything is there. This for sure is the best film of the MONSTERverse. What's coming in the future? That's a good question. This part is spoiler filled, guys. So I think they should go for use of Batra, as Mothra is there, as there is a Hollow Earth. Batra is the black copy, evil copy of the Mothra, another butterfly. He only appeared once in Japanese films, but that could be an incredible enemy, that could be an incredible antagonist of the series. There are some characters like Megalodon, There are some characters like Space Godzilla or Orga. These ones are good, very good factors which can be used in the film. And Biolante, I think they are going to use Biolante as a next villain of the series. As you know, Biolante is cosmic evolution of the Godzilla, similar to Space Godzilla, and there should be something to go out of the space. They already did it with King Ghidorah, but this is the next thing, in my opinion, Legendary and Warner Brothers is going to do with this franchise. You like the video? What's your favorite MONSTERverse film? How much you will rate the film, latest MONSTERverse film, The New Empire? For me, it will definitely be 6.5 out of 10. And one spoiler, I loved Scar King and the fact that Kong became the next King Kong. That's a good part, that's a good conclusion, but overall, very mediocre film. Nothing specific.